Activity ideas for syllables. English with Lerato Mzangwa. Activity 1. Separate the following words into syllables by using the clap method. Underline the vowel sound in each syllable. So the learner will start with the word presentation. They will use the clap method. Presentation. They will write down their answer, and remember, they need to underline the vowel sound in each syllable. This will help them to remember the rule that each syllable needs to have a vowel sound. The learner will repeat the same method for the rest of the words. Remember, these words are just examples. You can use them as they are, or you can change them to suit your grade. We can modify the same activity by giving the learners blank syllable divisions, which they can then fill in by themselves. So the learner can see, all right, by presentation, this word must be broken down into 4 parts, and then they can fill it in. Then let's look at B. I have underlined the vowel sounds. This can also assist the child to understand how they should divide the word. Always take them back to the rule. Each syllable needs to have a vowel sound. So when we underline the vowel sounds for them, they can have a visual representation of the rule. Activity 2. Cut the following words into syllables. Underline the vowel sound. Right, so over here, your steppers are going to have their scissors and they are going to cut out the different syllables, okay, from one word. So the first one is presentation. They're going to take their scissor and then cut up presentation into 4 syllables because presentation has 4 syllables. When they do this activity, they can also use the clap method. So they take presentation and they clap. Presentation, and then they know that they have clapped 4 times, therefore they need to cut out the word into 4. We can also modify this activity for our little steppers that struggle a bit. So if you look at the word presentation, I have underneath put the 4 dots. So this is just to remind them that presentation has to be divided into 4 syllables. Again, they can clap just so that they can hear where to split the word. You can also highlight for them or underline the vowel sound so that they understand that each syllable needs to have a vowel sound. Activity 3. Pick the correct syllables from the box below to create the word. Now, for this activity, you are going to say the word, for an example, hibernate, and then the learner is going to take a color pen or a crayon or a highlighter, and then they are going to go to the box and circle or underline all the syllables that make up the word hibernate. Then they're going to go to A and then write the word hibernate. We can modify this activity by inserting hyphens. Now, a hyphen will assist the learner in knowing which position the syllable should be. So, for an example, if there's a hyphen at the end of the syllable, then it tells us that that is the beginning of the word. So that should be the first syllable that they write. If the hyphen is in front and at the back, this tells them that this is the middle of the word. If the hyphen is only in front, then that tells the learner that that syllable should be the end of the word. Activity 4. Riddle me this, riddle me that. Who am I? Now for this activity, you are going to give your steppers riddles. This way, they can then find the correct word. So they have to read the sentence. I have 4 syllables and I end with an N. Then they have to look at the box and find a word that has the number of syllables but also ends with a N. And they write the correct answer. Activity 5. Now for this activity, you can take your learners outside of the classroom and then you can draw the numbers on the ground and then they will hop the number of syllables according to the word that you give them. You can still do this activity inside the classroom, so you can print out these papers for the learners and then they can use their fingers to indicate the number of syllables according to the word that you say. The learners can also work in pairs where one learner claps the number of syllables and then the other learner points out to the number of syllables. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe and like this video. See you on the next one.